The Dead Space remake is one of my most anticipated games of the year, and because this month we're covering Dead Space on the channel, I decided to talk about the remake because I realized when I was doing the Callisto Protocol videos, I would kind of talk about the remake, but I would never actually give like my actual full thoughts and opinions on the remake and how I feel about the gameplay that has been shown and what I like and what I don't like about it so far. So I thought I'd do this in this video. So in my opinion, the remake looks great, but I do have a few concerns, and we'll get into that in this video. I'll talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I hope to see in the game, so you guys can kind of know my honest feelings about the remake. But before we get into that, I want to say if you like Dead Space content and you want to see like footage on the remake and everything like that, go ahead and like and subscribe because I will be covering the remake when it drops on the 27th. Also, in this video, let me say this is all my opinion. If you don't have the same opinion, that is fine. I respect that. I'm just stating my own because I actually have concerns and I really want to just get them out there. I want to see if you guys agree with me or not, or you don't agree. But if you have a different opinion, that's fine. If you think the Dead Space remake looks perfect, nothing is wrong, then that's your opinion and that's fine. If you think it looks horrible, then whatever. But let's get right into it. So I'll be talking mostly about the 18-minute gameplay walkthrough that IGN showed because I think it's the best starting point because obviously it's the beginning of the game. It's 18 minutes of gameplay, kind of, but it's probably like the longest walkthrough or whatever. And it has a nice sum of what I think I like and what I don't like and what I have concerns about. So I'll probably be using that mostly. I'll probably use some other gameplays to further my points, but yeah. It starts out with Nicole, which here's my kind of first gripe. I know we haven't gotten that far, but Nicole, I'd say Nicole, Kendra, and Isaac are the ones that look the weirdest, definitely. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's gonna be like a thing where you have to just get used to the character models or something, but I don't know. They just look really, really odd, especially Isaac. I don't know why he looks so weird in this. That's kind of my first little gripe. I don't know. We'll have to see how that when the game comes out. But so far, that's kind of what I'm iffy about. But you obviously know after this, the intro plays out. They crash land. I'm just gonna like kind of go through this part because you guys already know how it plays out, and it looks better in the remake, obviously, and it looks visually amazing. Everything looks amazing that they, you know, looking around in space and everything looks like that. So I can't really say anything because it's not really like gameplay moving around. But they crash land and then Isaac gets off the ship, enters the Ishimura. I will say the rig really looks really good. I really like how it looks in this game. I like how it looks. I guess it's going to evolve once you get like the higher level suits. So that looks really cool. And another thing, once you enter the first room, the lighting, I feel like they're using the lighting really well in this game so far in the remake. It's apparent from the first room that you enter, like the lighting looks amazing as Isaac steps in and it's all dark and everything. And then you go to the system checks. Isaac does the system checks. The intro plays out. The necromorphs come in, blah, 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 blah. And then Isaac runs to the elevator, you know, and then the jump scare or whatever, and then the necromorph gets squished into the doors, which I really like because all the blood goes everywhere. I really like that they're kind of keeping the gore at the same level or even a little bit more than the original, which I like that detail. Then you ride the elevator down, and as you know, you get the iconic plasma cutter like the first game. Now, this is kind of where my problems come in. I do have a few issues. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So, first off, let me just start. Him firing the plasma cutter, I really feel like the plasma cutter just doesn't have the emphasis that I would want that was in the first game. Like, if you compare it to the first game, the emphasis is just, it has way more emphasis in the original than it does in this remake. It just kind of looks kind of weak and kind of just soft, in my opinion, when he shoots it. But that's one thing, and then another thing is the necromorph. Whenever you shoot the legs off and it's crawling on the ground, I'm not gonna lie, it looks so bad. Like, I can't even lie, it looks bad. It just looks like he's skating across the ground. So I'm really worried about how that's gonna play out when the full game drops because Are they all just gonna like be skating on the ground like that, and it just looks so odd? Also, and another thing about this sequence is once you gun the necromorph down, I feel like Isaac should just be talking more in this situation. Like, I feel like he should be commenting about stuff that's going on around him and how he literally just saw a monster he's never seen before maul a person to death and come after him. I feel like he should say a little bit of anything, just something, have a more of a reaction at least. And I feel like it's really weird because I know he does say Jesus when the elevator door closes, but like that's it. Like he has no other reaction to ever see. Like this is his first time ever seeing these monsters ever, and I feel like just weird he's not commenting on this stuff. Like oh, like just saying what the fuck would be nice or something, just something like that. There's even another gameplay where he sees I forgot what they're called, the babies or the tiny monsters with the tentacles that pop out, the 3 tentacles. You guys know what I'm talking about. And he basically just watched some guy get mauled, and it's like the first game.
For God's sake, help! Help me! Help!
He doesn't have he doesn't comment on it, and I'm like, well, why isn't he talking about this kind of stuff? Why is he not, reacting or just saying something about this? It's really weird. Like, I'm one of those people that's all for Isaac having a voice. I really think it's interesting to add a voice to Isaac in this game because the original didn't have one. But like, I feel like that's kind of the point of adding a voice, is so that we know how he feels in like an instant like this, or how he would react, or what his feelings are basically in a situation. I feel like that's the biggest thing. So I'm really cautious about this. I really hope maybe later in the game with other interactions, maybe he has more of a reaction to that type of stuff. I don't know, but I feel like that's probably my biggest problem, is just you add the voice, and I feel like that's really cool, and I really like that they added the voice, but then you don't have him kind of do what I feel like a normal person would do. Like that's the whole point, is he's a character now. He's not just this vessel for the player. Now he's a character. So it's like, as a character, never seeing these monsters ever in his life, and seeing somebody maul to death, I feel like he'd be like, what the fuck? Even if you want to say, oh, well, he just watched somebody get his partner get mauled. Exactly. He watched his partner get mauled, and he had no reaction to it.
Up there! Tim! No! Daniel, get the doors open! Kendra, the door!
I will say I do really like Isaac's conversations that he has in this game and that they've added. The story is going to focus more on like the unitology and everything, and those types of people that are behind the unitology, kind of like how the first game focused on it, but it's going to have more of an emphasis on that. And I like how Isaac actually comments about the unitology and how he feels about it. I do like that.
It didn't take you for a believer, Isaac.
My mother was. But if they found this on some alien planet, what does that mean?
That unitology's onto something?
Unitology's full of shit.
Even though I do think, just in some crazy scenarios, I feel like he should just have more of a reaction. I do like that they gave him a voice overall, and that he is going to be an actual character in this game. You then move on to talk to Kendra and Hammond about, doing the tram, or restarting the tram or whatever. And once that conversation is done, I do really like how they're adding new doors and stuff, because this new door to the right wasn't in the original, and this new pathway that he actually takes in this gameplay walkthrough is new, and I really like that they're adding new pathways and new ways. I mean, I know it's little and it's not really anything, it's just a walk down, but I think if they have rooms like this in the remake later in the game, then it'll really be cool. if you can like actually just take another pathway or whatever like that. And plus with the Ishimura being fully explorable, I really feel like they could really do some cool stuff with this. So I really like this idea. He then picks up the stasis module, and I'm not sure how I feel about stasis in this game yet. I don't know how I feel about it being like a ball of energy, kind of like how he shoots it. Looks really odd to me, but this might be a thing where I just have to actually play the game and see how it plays during gameplay and get the feel for it before I actually like get the my final verdict on it. But it does look kind of iffy here. Then you move on and advance, like in the original. You go to this one room and the lights go out, and I guess it's different here because I guess more in the original it was just more of like the lights went out and then came back on, but I guess more here it's more of like a psychological thing with Isaac, which I think is really cool. I feel like you could add, especially with the intensity, whatever the thing that they're adding, the system, I really feel like that could be cool, and I can't wait to see what other stuff they add to this intensity stuff and what can actually happen with encounters and different things, and just basically the psychological aspect of it in the actual remake. So you advance, then activate the tram, fight some Necromorphs. I will say that it is kind of cool how Isaac gets blood on him from fighting the Necromorphs, and I really like that detail. One thing I'm really kind of a nitpick is like, or kind of, I don't know if it's a nitpick, but when he refills health in this encounter, but like it fills instantly, which I think is so weird. I'm like that's one of the biggest things in Dead Space is that it doesn't refill instantly and it refills like gradually, and I really like that little detail, and I feel like that adds a lot. And I know it's probably small stuff that I'm bitching about, but I'm just gonna be real. It's little stuff like this that kind of adds up to like big stuff, if you know what I mean. So like, yeah, it fills instantly, which is weird, but then later stasis doesn't fill up instantly, it fills up gradually, but then later on the rig, I guess there's like this little shadow on it that fills up, like there's like an outline that fills up afterwards, which it just doesn't look, I wouldn't prefer that. I would just prefer the whole health bar just gradually refilling, which I don't know, that's kind of weird to me, but it just kind of feels like, it looks like it fills instantly. So I'm gonna say it fills instantly. I don't really like that. I don't like that it fills instantly. I like that it's more gradual and everything like that, but I guess whatever. We'll see how it actually is. But for now, I don't like that. I would just say it would be more interesting if it went from empty to gradually filling, where it's actually really, really visible, like the stasis. Like, that's what I'm saying, is the stasis looks good. The stasis looks normal, so why can't the health look like that? I don't know. That's just really odd to me. And then the gameplay demo basically ends from there, and basically it's over. Overall, I mean, I think this remake will be great. I feel like if I had to guess what this remake will kind of be compared to the original, I think it'll be like a nice little companion piece to the original. Like, I don't think it'll make the original just completely obsolete, but I think it'll be like a nice companion piece. Like, oh, if you want a better looking, visual, better looking Dead Space, maybe go play this remake, and you'll like the original for some aspects more than the remake. But I can't deny that the remake looks good, even with the some of the concerns I have. Like, just the 0G sections look way better in the remake, and exploring the Ishimura while in 0G looks amazing. The new system that they are adding, the intensity system, looks amazing. And I like how they're focusing more on horror and scares in this one, and just making it more apparent than in the original. But yeah, like I said, I think this remake will be really good. I don't see it making like the first original one just obsolete and just whatever, but it'll be a nice companion piece, I feel like, to the original game. But I mean, other than that, I can't wait to see what the actual full game has in store and what it has to offer. So we will see on January 27th. If you do like these types of videos, these discussion types of videos, let me know. I'm trying to do more, but I feel like this video needed to be done, because just so you guys know my full thoughts going in, and I felt like I shouldn't wait until the actual game releases to give you guys my full thoughts, so that when it comes out, I'm just like shitting on some aspects of the game and just whatever the fuck, or just meat riding. It seems like I'm meat riding the Dead Space remake, which is not the case. I do have concerns and I do have problems with it. I'm not just fully, it's gonna be perfect 100%. No, I don't think so. But I appreciate y'all for watching. And this is my opinion. If you guys have another opinion, let me know. I respect all your opinions, and And as long as we respect each other's opinions, that's all that matters. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.